it is my life. It is the poetry, the books, to be an artist, it is really my life. I couldn't live without the art or the poems or the books. I couldn't live without that. Really, I think with this meaning, we can give something for the others. That I am just a poet, I am just an artist, and I say for everybody, you can have in this way a very good life. And that's, my life is the art. I was very young and I thought about what does it mean poetry, or what does it mean to be an artist. And I told it for me and for my friends also, that if we are artists or if we are poets or writers, we are medium of somebody who is give the ideas for us. You could imagine that perhaps I was thought about the God, but not really. I don't know what about I was thinking. I just say that there is something or there is somebody who gives the ideas as ideas for us, and then we can write something, we can make something like an artist. So medium is that. I always told to me that I am just a medium. When I was young, in the beginning of the 80s, we were talking always about the freedom. What does it mean, freedom? And you know, sometimes I think about that we didn't find the freedom for us. So I have to say in these years, in the beginning of the 80s or in the 80s, which was the end of the regime of Kádár, of the communists. It was the last 10 years. We were very happy because there was a possibility to fight against the regime, and we were very free, you know. We were very young and very free. I was 20 years old or 21, 22. I was a brave young guy. I didn't care about nothing, you know, nothing. And I just talk about the poetry and about the artist, and we made a lot of strange, interesting things. Now we made a word which one is not really good. Of course, with the war, of course, but not just the war. The war is horrible, terrible, really. It's very, very bad. But not just the war. You know, I work in a university, and sometimes I tell to my student, they are 20 years old, you know what does it mean, freedom? Are you free? You know it, you think about it. And I realized that they don't know what does it mean. It's bad. I always choose the freedom. of course. But the freedom is morality also, you know. There was a Hungarian poet, Attila József. He wrote, "The freedom is the ord. I am happy there." Okay, so the freedom is morality, of course. In this novel, Strangers, I imagined a little girl who is 8 years old, and I imagined she is in a horrible crisis, in a horrible war, you know. And when I wrote this, I was thinking about the citizen war in Yugoslavia, you know. I was thinking about, but I imagine it's an imagination, it's a fiction. And I didn't think that my novel, Stranger, will be reality one day. And because I wrote it in 2007, almost 20 years ago or 15 years ago. And now it is the reality, which one in my novel. So I am very unhappy with this. I don't understand this nationalism which is now everywhere in the world. I don't understand, really. Why? In Europe, I really imagined a beautiful, big country, Europe Union, United States of Europe. And I don't understand why we couldn't make it. And these states, United States of Europe, could be against the war, because if we are together in Europe, we don't make war. This war is about the end of the Soviet Union, you know, and perhaps the Russian couldn't understand that the Soviet Union is over, it's finished, and now it's I don't know what will happen in this area in East Europe. So I really want to be a member of the United States of Europe. The children are clear. It's very interesting when you are a little girl or boy, you are very weak, you know, and there is a lot of bad thing who could arrive against you when you are a little child. So this little girl in my novel, The Stranger, or a little boy in another novel or something, yes, a birthday, yes. They are clear and naive. I hope that I am a little bit little boy yet. You know, I want to be sometimes just a boy, a little boy, and very young, and to to look the world with a naive eyes. I had an old friend, a poet in Budapest. He had always cats. He had in his life always had cats. It was very important for him. He lived alone and he lived with the cats. I had a nice friendship with a nice woman, a girl. She was about 25 years old. It was a relatively big love between us, and once time it was over. She left me. Okay, and when I was thinking about that I shall write something about this love, I thought also for my old friend with his life, and I mixed the two things, to my love and his life, and I wrote poems about the cat who was very important for me. She left me. That's it.
It's about love?
It's about love. It's about love and lost. Yes, the two. Love and lost, yes. Like a tale, like a book for a children. It's about this meaning, but it's not a book for the children, of course. But there is a poet. He lives just in a flat, alone, and suddenly a cat arrives. She is with him 2 or 3 months, and then she leave. The situation changed a little bit the life of the poet. Suddenly arrive a cat, and what can we do? And suddenly the cat leave the poet. Oh, what can we do? So it's about this. I have to say that for me, Pessoa is the best poet in the world, really. It was very interesting, Pessoa. He was very interesting because he made the pseudonyms, and Pessoa teach to us that the poetry, or to be a poet, sometimes is not just that to be yourself. It could be that you can imagine another guy or another girl or boy, and you could imagine that other will write a poem. And it's very important. In the university where I teach, I always tell for the young, don't have to open your soul. It's not, perhaps it's not good, because it will be something a glitch. It's not sometimes.
So you imagine another person?
Yes, you can imagine, like Pessoa, another person, and try to write a poem like another person. It's very interesting because it's a new possibility. If you imagine another person, you can imagine a new world. It's time to write, and at the same time to understand what does it mean to live here. You know, here is the ocean, the sea, everything. I was at the Boca do Inferno. Oh my God, it's really inferno. Yes, it's beautiful, but frightening. I was, oh my God, I approached a little bit, but oh my God, I looked down. No, it was too much for me. And at the same time, I was, there is a few kilometers, there is a other place for the sea, for the swimming, the dunik, yes. Kishu. Okay, I was there, and it's really beautiful also, and it's big difference between Boca do Inferno and Kishu. It's very interesting. So it's beautiful here, really. This place, Citadel, of course. I was also in the little galleries at Citadel, yes, of course. But I love also, you know, if we go to the at the sea in the sun center in the city, the little restaurant, cafes and cafe houses. They are really beautiful. I love that. Yes. Wrote poems about Cascais, and yes, and I shall write on yet. It's very good possibility to talk about the sea, about Cascais, about the Boca do Inferno. Oh my God! No, it's yes, of course. I write about it. I say thank you for you and for the foundation. It's really a very good possibility to be here. I think it's very important for the foreign poet or writers to be visited here, you know, to visit here in Cascais.